what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, back at y'all with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. We are taking them requests, steady giving her, man. Just non-stop requests all day, every single day, man. You guys know how we do it. Proud to be bringing your guys' requests and builds, making them come to life. But in today's video, we have a request, as always, from a few different people. Ash the Man Games, Jaden Cole, Oliver Bailey, and Adrian Ramon. All want to see me build my own personal vehicle. Now, if you guys have not seen my own personal vehicle yet, head on over to my other channel. The link is going to be down in the description, youtube.com/Denali. And over there, I have actual real-life videos of me building my real car, and that is an Infiniti G35 sedan. Now, right off of the bat, I do already know that that vehicle is not in the game. However, we are going to do our best to replicate that build as best as I can with an Infiniti. Now, in my mind, the more appropriate vehicle to use would actually be this 2003 Nissan Fairlady, since I actually have the Fairlady wheels. Like, I have those exact wheels on my car. This car actually has the same motor as my car. Obviously, it's a Nissan though. So what I think I'm gonna have to do just to make this one a little more accurate is actually go back and pick an Infiniti. Now, here is a 2014 Q50 EU Rouge. Now, honestly, this thing is an absolute monster. Really wish that that was my vehicle. But I think the more appropriate car to use would be the Infiniti G coupe. Now, if there was a sedan in this game, I would be all over it. I actually think that Gran Turismo has an Infiniti sedan, actually a couple Infiniti sedans, but I don't even think I own my PlayStation 3 anymore. And, you know, unfortunately, I gotta say, Gran Turismo, you guys are a little bit behind when it comes to you know, the newer games, man. We haven't seen a new Gran Turismo game since Gran Turismo 6, man. And that's not even out for PS4, man. So come on, get with it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and buy up this vehicle here, which is the 2012 Coupe VQ37 HR. I do have a VQ35, obviously a 3.5 as opposed to a 3.7. But you know what? We're going to try to make it work here. Now, basically what I'm going to do in this one is just replicate the color scheme, which is black with gold wheels. Also replicate the mods that I have on my own personal vehicle and see how this thing drives compared to it. So we're going to jump into the custom upgrades, obviously, right off of the bat. Now, I don't have any conversions, no turbo. I got big dreams of going boosted one day, but for now, NA, no engine swaps right now, no drivetrain swaps, rear-wheel drive, 6-speed transmission. As far as the aero and appearance goes, now I do have a lip on my car, not nearly as aggressive as this one with the canards and the big toe strap on it. I guess we're gonna have to pass with that one. No wing, I just have a stock wing. In the middle of building a duckbill. Some videos coming out actually very soon on the channel about that, so definitely make sure you check that out. Now, as far as the tire compound goes, I'm just rocking a street tire compound, Michelin. I don't even remember what kind of tires they are, but just your basic, you know, average street tires. So we're gonna go ahead and install those. Tire width, I believe, is an 8.5. I'm rocking a 225 tire. Actually, 225, 45, 18s on mine. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go back in size, so we're going to go ahead and leave those the way they are. Now, the rim style is really what it comes down to. Now, as I showed you guys earlier, I actually have a 350Z set of wheels on my car, which are kind of I believe 6-spoke, very identical to these wheels here, except obviously a 6-spoke. I'm going to go through some of these wheels, see if I can find something that is more appropriate here. So it looks like the only reasonable option is going to be these comp motives here. Now they look almost identical to the Nissan wheels, obviously without the little bit of a lip. But once we paint these gold, these are almost going to look identical. Now I am rocking a set of 18s, so we're not going to be making the wheels any bigger. In fact, I'd like to make them smaller, but 19s are going to have to work here. And as far as the drivetrain goes, I do have an upgraded stage 1 clutch, so I'm just going to put a street clutch on there. It's nothing too serious. Single mass flywheel for some not really smoother transmissions, more longevity, I should say. Transmission is pretty much stock, so I'm going to leave the tranny stock, driveline stock, differential, we're rocking that stock, VLSD, which, you know, these Infinitis come stock with, so gotta love that. Stock brakes for the time being. Actually, just hunted down a set of cross-drilled slotted rotors, so make sure you check my other channel, because those will be going on come summertime. Springs and dampers, I am rocking a set of teen street basis coilovers, so I am going to go ahead and put on race springs and dampers just to get that low. Rocking a pretty even setup, I like to think. As far as anti-roll bars, front and back, both stock. No roll cage or chassis reinforcement. Now during the summertime, I do minor weight reduction, take out all the carpets, back seat, spare tires. So we're going to go ahead and do street weight reduction. And as far as the motor goes, just a few basic bolt-ons. I have a sport intake, K&N filter with a custom intake box mod to keep all that engine heat out. Just a muffler delete for the time being. Muffler delete and a 350Z resonator. So I'm going to go ahead and put a sport exhaust on there. Now I just got my test pipes in the mail, and I'm currently waiting on the Y pipe, which I will be installing come summertime. So once we do that, we're going to be getting a tune. But for the time being, that's pretty much it, man. I don't have any of these other mods. The car is pretty much stock. I have like a intake spacer, oil catch can, upgraded throttle body, but none of those really. Let me see. Oh, throttle body. Here we go. Okay, let's do this because I do have a 75mm throttle body, so let's go ahead and install that. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Everything else on my car is stock for the time being. So let's go ahead and install that setup, buy with credits. Now, obviously, compared to a G37, I didn't really pay that much for my car. I got it relatively cheap. These G37s still well over $15,000 for a half decent one that hasn't been beat up, low kilometers, all that. Now as far as the alignment goes, I'm pretty much rocking a square setup up front, just like I think a 0.5 in the back. So that's, you know, we'll square this up. A 0.5 in the back looks good. Now I am a little bit lower than this car, but I do notice there's an uneven wheel gap on this car, so I'm just going to put the front a little bit lower just to even up that wheel gap. I'm rocking pretty much even. I'm on a winter set of wheels right now, but when my summer wheels, like I say, the 350Z wheels go on, I like to think they look pretty flush, man. So now as far as the paint goes, I currently am just rocking OEM black paint, but like I said, I do have a gold set of wheels. Now when I did that Mercedes dream car build, you guys may have noticed that the gold wheels were on that as well. Kind of my signature for now, even though I'm probably planning on switching it up for 2017. I just have a few ideas in mind, and honestly, I've had the gold on my Altima for a few years. I've had the gold on the G35 now for a year. I just think it's time for a change, but since I haven't switched it up yet, I guess we'll put the gold on this one. Now, as far as the tint goes, my back doors are tinted. My back rear windshield is tinted. My front windows I'm going to get tinted this summer when I get my trunk wrapped in a carbon fiber once I get that duck build done. But for now, we're not going to drop any tint on this thing. So we're just going to save this to the current car, and that is pretty much my build done on a G37. Obviously, I'm rocking the G35 sedan, but this is probably as close as I'm going to get to my car. Like I say, I would have preferred to use the 2003 Fairlady Z, but it really wouldn't be an Infiniti. And if you guys know the interiors of Infinitis, man, they haven't really changed much, man. Like, they still got the little dashboard, navigation, and all that good stuff. So let's just get a 360 of this thing. As you can see, that black on gold, really my signature. Sounds great, man. Way nicer than my car, to be honest. But like I say, once those test pipes go on, it should be a wrap. It should sound much nicer. Now, one thing that I have noticed, like, if you guys have Forza or any kind of racing game, I never honestly realized truly how slow Infiniti G35s or G37s are compared to other cars until I drove one, like stock, obviously, in a video game. Now, I did have the 350Z. I did have a build done on the 350Z with the gold wheels and everything, basically set up like my stock car. And it is dead ass slow, man. Like, this thing, it sounds good, but really it's not pulling entirely that hard. Like, especially when you're coming from like a roll, like a slow roll. No wheel spin whatsoever. Into second, no wheel spin. You get into like turbo cars, even little Hondas with the same amount of power. Even a stock Honda, like a Type R or the Civic, the Civic Type R, the 04, I think would feel much faster than this. Which, honestly, man, when G35s first came out, that VQ35 engine and the Altimas and stuff, they were impressive, but now as technology and obviously turbocharging, computer software has changed really throughout stock cars mainly is what I'm talking about. The VQ technology is kind of outdated now, but I mean, still a fun car. They still sound really good. You can get them relatively cheap. Like, I only paid $6,000 for my car, which is not a bad deal considering it's a 6-speed manual, rear-wheel drive, great for drifting. Essentially a 4-door 350Z, and you know, I've had a few people laugh when I tell them that, you know, like it's like a 350Z except 4 doors. It truly is, man. All of the underpinnings, all the suspension, everything for the engine. The only thing is the 350Z, I think, is like 3 inches shorter than the G35 sedan. So drive shafts won't fit. Exhaust is not bolt-on, has to get extended. But everything suspension-wise from a 350Z will fit on a G35. Everything engine-wise from a 350Z will fit on a G35. So that's how I look at it. Like, when I was looking for my G35, I was really after a 350Z. That was what I initially wanted. But they're hard to come by with low kilometers. Obviously more of a, not really collector, but just a more rare car to come by, so people want more money for them. And if they're not in the right hands, usually beat up and drifted and raced and stuff like that, which is what what I do with my cars. But obviously I don't want somebody sloppy seconds where it was already beat up. And I mean, just a G35 sedan, for me, there's less likelihood of that happening. You know, it's more likely a family guy or somebody who does business as opposed to somebody who does drifting every day on their way to school or work. So yeah, man, I think that is pretty much it. I'm gonna just find let me see here. See if we can find ourselves a little more of a rugged spot to park here, man. Maybe by the dumpster. None of that bougie-ass business for you, boy. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed this one, I don't know why I went to drone mode there. If you guys enjoyed this one, don't forget to smash that like button if you guys want to see more. and you're already subscribed, head on over to the Facebook page. Once that the page starts building a little more, I'm going to be doing a lot more giveaways, auctions, and stuff, behind the scenes stuff like that. And as always, like I say, we're going to be doing that 1 million credit giveaway. So make sure you guys smash that follow and like button over there as well as on the video. What else, man? I think that's pretty much it. Doesn't really look like my car. The color scheme's kind of there, but the mods are the same. So, you know, that's a start. So yeah, man, I guess with that being said, we are going to put an end to this video. So as always, I am your boy D Nolly, A to the K, Don Squally. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. We going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Don't die. Oh shit, where you going, bro? Don't be creeping on my friend. Don't be creeping on my friend. You and your homie. Oh, nut shot. Nut shot. Oh, buddy. Let's go. And your boy, man. Get him out of here. Oh, you fucking. Ah!